Welcome back. Willkommen zurück. Das O. The letter O is O. It's not O as you have in English, and it is an important letter because the same as the letter E, it determines a lot whether your pronunciation is accent-free or not, whether your pronunciation is like as if you are a savage and a very rough person, or whether you are an elegant one. O is very, very important. It very often is this open, long O and not O. So one of the longest German rivers, the Oder, you would not say the Oder. This sounds very, very harsh. Es ist correct is die Oder, das Osterfest, oder der Oscar. So sometimes indeed O can also be short, but very often it is a long, open letter. Ohne means without. Oder here means or. So Oder has two meanings in German. It's the name of a river, die Oder, but it is also this word here, Oder, which means or. I'm eating bread or rice. Ich esse Brot oder Reis. Obwohl, here you have two O, obwohl. P is no problem, but it is just that you have to keep in mind if it is PH, it is pronounced F. But besides that, the letter P is very similar to the letter B, as in many other languages. An example for PH being F is das Telefon. You can write it in both ways in German, by the way. More modern versions are with F, and the other ones are with PH. Peter, Paul, Petra, der Preis, die Perle, das Puppentheater. The pronunciation as P is absolutely no problem. But here, special, das Phantom, das Foto, oder the name Philip. They're all pronounced F, but they are not written with AF. Now, this letter does not appear so often, but use them, if you will, in Scrabble, because you are getting extra points. The letter in itself is Q. Q. Sounds a little bit strange because Q in German also means cow, and you very often can choose between one of these two pronunciations. It's either Q or Kv. So you have some sort of V sort of sound, and both pronunciations are usually correct. Zum Beispiel. Zum Beispiel means for instance. Zum Beispiel der Quark, cottage cheese. Der Quark, but some Germans, for whatever reason, sounds strange to me, but they say der Quark. When you say der Quark, you have to move your mouth a little bit too much. It's almost like eating. Or the die Quitte, that's that sort of fruit. I think it's quince in English. Die Quitte or Quitte. Both is okay. Die Qualität, the quality. You can choose Q or Kv. Both is acceptable. And of course, when we borrow Q or a Q from English, then it is pronounced the same as in the source language. R, the R in German, R, is important because the Germans have the tendency of pronouncing it out of the throat and not by vibrating with the tongue. It's a R. It is usually not a R. In regional dialects, they sometimes roll the R, but Standard German has a rather throatish explanation of R, meaning that when you have a sore throat or when you have some sort of mucus building up in your throat, you might actually start spitting when you pronounce the R. It is unfortunately a little bit dangerous, if you will. The race in German is das Rennen. It is not Rennen. Rennen sounds extraordinarily East European. It sounds very harsh. It sounds very Spanish, very South European. So when you want to speak or when you want to learn to speak it as accent-free as possible, exercise your R. So, You can actually do it in front of a mirror, and the more you actually spit on it, the better. So das Rennen or die Rente. Oder hier der Russe. Der Russe means the Russian, of course. Die Rente is a pension, the money elderly people are getting. Also a couple of verbs for a change. Rennen oder ringen, which means to ring, oder zerren. Here we have a double R in the middle, meaning that the E is short. Zerren, ringen, rennen. Very well, my dear. Here, indeed, I recommend you to go in front of a mirror, maybe in the bathroom, and simply start to exercise your capacities straight from the throat. Bis bald!